Do you remember those little things your parents did for you when you were a kid? The things that seemed so small at the time, but now, looking back, you realize they were everything. For me, it was the lunchbox note. My mom was a magician in the kitchen, but her real magic trick happened every morning before I left for school. Tucked beside my peanut butter and jelly sandwich and my apple, there would be a small, folded piece of paper. It was always different. Sometimes it was a silly doodle of a smiling sun or a goofy looking dog. Other times, it was a simple, I love you, or have a great day, sweetie. And on days when I had a big test or a presentation, the note would say something like, You've got this, or I'm so proud of you, no matter what. These weren't just notes, they were little paper hugs. On tough days, when maybe some kids were being mean, or I felt overwhelmed by a math problem, I'd open my lunchbox and find that little square of encouragement. It was like a secret superpower she gave me. It was a tangible reminder, right there in the middle of a chaotic school day, that someone was thinking of me, that someone believed in me. I remember one time specifically. I was in third grade, and I was incredibly shy. I had to read a poem I wrote out loud in front of the whole class. I was terrified. My hands were shaking all morning. At lunchtime, I opened my lunchbox, and the note was a little longer than usual. It said, Your voice is important, and your words are beautiful. Let them hear you roar like a lion. Love, Mom. It even had a funny drawing of a lion with a big, wild mane. Holding that note, something shifted inside me. It wasn't that I wasn't scared anymore, but I felt braver. I felt like my mom was right there with me, cheering me on. When it was my turn, I walked to the front of the class, took a deep breath, and read my poem. My voice still trembled a little, but I didn't hide. I read it loud enough for everyone to hear. That little piece of paper gave me the courage I needed. It's funny, I don't remember most of the lunches she packed. I can't tell you what sandwich I had on any given Tuesday, but I remember the notes. I actually kept a bunch of them in a little shoebox. Every now and then, I'll pull them out. The paper is yellowed, the ink is a little faded, but the feeling is still there. That feeling of being completely and unconditionally loved. As we get older, life gets more complicated than a third grade poetry reading. The challenges get bigger, and sometimes you feel like you're facing them all alone. There are no more lunchbox notes waiting for you in the middle of the day. But the lesson from those notes has stayed with me. It's the lesson that small acts of kindness and encouragement can have a massive impact. They are the invisible threads that connect us and hold us up when we feel like we might fall. Maybe you had a lunchbox note parent, or maybe it was a grandparent who always had a story, a teacher who saw something special in you, or a friend who always knew the right thing to say. These people are the architects of our confidence. They build us up piece by piece with their love and support. I think we all have the power to be that person for someone else. You don't have to be a parent packing a lunch. A simple text message saying, thinking of you, an email telling a colleague they did a great job, or just a genuine compliment to a stranger. These are the adult versions of the lunchbox note. They're little sparks of light we can send out into the world. You never know when your small gesture might be the exact thing someone needs to get through their day, to feel seen, to feel a little bit braver. Looking back, my mom probably didn't think much of it. She was probably rushing, trying to get me and my siblings out the door. juggling a million things. It was just a little note, but to me, it was a daily lesson in love, support, and the quiet power of a few simple words. It taught me that the biggest gestures aren't always loud or expensive. Sometimes they're written on a napkin and tucked next to a sandwich. What are some of the lunchbox notes you remember from your childhood? I'd love to read about them in the comments below. Let's share some of those wonderful memories. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more stories. It means the world. Take care, and don't forget to pass on a little kindness today.